And the prosecution is nearing the end of its witness list in Sean Diddy Combs' sex trafficking trial. It could rest the case as early as tomorrow. Now, right now, a special agent with the U.S. Attorney's Office is continuing her two-day testimony. She is reviewing travel records, hotel charges, and phone records that are all tied to the case. And another juror's fate is still up in the air. There are now questions about whether juror number 7 improperly discussed the case with a former colleague. The judge is expected to take up that issue after court today. NBC News entertainment correspondent Chloe Malas joins us now from outside the courthouse. So, Chloe, court opened this morning with the judge reprimanding the defense and the prosecution about an online article. Walk us through what happened here.
So I was inside the courthouse this morning trying to figure out what article was the judge referencing. So there's a lot of speculation as to which outlet, but basically there was information in said article that upset the judge that was private. He talked about how both sides, he was threatening to reprimand the government and the lawyers for Combs, even Mark Agnifilo, who's one of Combs' attorneys, at one point saying, this is very bad. So neither side wants to upset the judge, who has been relatively pleasant these entire about 7 weeks long. But he's taking this very seriously. Going to get to the bottom of this because, look, there's a lot of conversations that don't happen in the open forum of the courtroom that happen in his robing room in the chambers, and a lot of things that maybe the prosecutors and the lawyers know about that they're not supposed to be talking about. But like you said, juror chaos right now. One being dismissed because he couldn't give a straight answer about where he was living. Combs' defense team saying that it was racially motivated to dismiss him. The judge was very upset about that allegation yesterday and said that it had nothing to do with race, the fact that he was a black man dismissing him. He was replaced, coincidentally, by a white man. And then now this other issue with another juror. What happened was he got a text message from someone asking him if he was number 6, and he brought that to the judge's attention. But now that has kind of devolved into, was he having conversations with this former colleague? And that's going to be unpacked today, and we could see him being dismissed as well.
And Chloe, we know a special agent with the U.S. Attorney's Office returned to the stand today. She talked about travel records that were included in the evidence when it comes to the prosecution's case for transportation to engage in prostitution. Those are some of the charges that Combs is facing. How did this witness testimony factor into that?
Vicki, you are exactly right. You hit the nail on the head. I mean, this is in an effort at the end now of the prosecutor's case to really hammer home the point that they believe that Combs used his businesses to pay for these male escorts to take part in these freak-offs, like you said, showing flight records, hotel reservations, text exchanges, putting Cassie Ventura or Jane, right, Combs' former girlfriends, Diddy himself, and these escorts in the same place at the same time, and showing these receipts to really hammer home to the jury that this is a part of a RICO conspiracy and this is a part of transportation to engage in prostitution, really trying to lay it out in black and white before jury deliberations begin in what could be about 2 weeks.
All right, Chloe Malas live in Manhattan for us. Chloe, thank you.